Walmart and Target are panicking. Why would you have a sale? Unless you needed customers. Hey everybody, Economic Ninja here. I hope you are doing great. At the Ninja News Network, we're very fancy. We're gonna go into a story in Zero Hedge. It's entitled Walmart and Target Unleash Price Cut Tsunami as Working Poor Hit a Brick Wall. Now we've seen this being reported little by little. It starts picking up speed and then it gets worse because company CEOs, CFOs, and other C-suite execs come out during their 10Q, 10K earnings and they come out and they say, things are bad. Consumers are hitting a wall. Inflation is too much and it's too expensive for customers to keep buying things like they normally would. So they're looking for other alternatives. Do you remember the switch when Target customers started moving over to Walmart because they simply could not bear the higher prices as Target kept raising prices? Well, check this out. Some of the nation's largest retailers are rolling back prices in response to low-income customers hitting a proverbial brick wall. These consumers have maxed out credit card debt and drained personal savings to dangerously low levels in the area of failed Bidenomics. Type 1 if you think Bidenomics sucks. Type 2 if you think it's awesome. Guarantee you there will only be 2 twos on the entire thing. Count them. This also comes after an underwhelming April retail sales report and several notes from Goldman warning about faltering low-income consumers. It says on Monday, Target announced it will lower everyday regular prices on approximately 5,000 frequently shopped items across its assortment. The retailer has just reduced prices on about 1,500 items, with thousands of more price cuts planned to take effect over the course of this summer. Now, as this is really good news for the consumer, you have to think about what's happening to the companies that are selling items to Target and Walmart. You know, Walmart's been pretty notorious of really slow paying and pushing their companies around. They're all about the low price and they won't pay you really quick. And that's why it's really sad, because companies have actually gone broke to waiting sometimes for small companies for money from Walmart once they get a Walmart contract. It's like the holy grail, and it's super exciting for these companies to get contracts with these companies to sell them products, but then they find that they don't have enough operating cash flow to keep going when they ship a big load over to Walmart, because Walmart's going to take forever to pay them. That's where they go to banks and do all of this really sad financing to cut even deeper into their profit margin. Now it says here, one can't help but ask what influence, if any, the Biden administration had in potentially pressuring Target to lower prices. Do you really think that Biden's called, hey Target, I guarantee you the only thing Biden's doing is if he calls Target, he's looking for soft serve ice cream. But it's like, you need to lower prices. I really don't think they care. They're like, yeah, you have no concept of reality. That's just not how it works. But if you think about it, they are lowering prices because the only reason a company would have a sale is to attract people, right? You have loss leader items that are on the front page of the let's say, like my dad would call them the Sunday rag, hey, the Sunday rag. But the newspaper, the front page, usually the companies, those prices are so low, those are just to get you in the door. They're not making pretty much a dime in profit on them. That gets you in the door, and then you go pick up these other things. It's amazing to me how the square footage of a store like Walmart or grocery store, Target, things like that, is so valuable that there are companies that specialize in pricing each square foot of that. Where your eye is very impressive and expensive. That's where they want to put the best-selling items. Your impulse buys that are sitting right next to the cash registers. People know that companies know, like, you're more than likely to just grab one of those. Oh, I need that, right? I have a friend that specializes in impulse buys. He's made an entire career out of it. Actually, it's a really cool little note. He's the guy that invented the big matchstick lighter, and then the AK-47 lighter and the M16 lighter. It's like my best friend. Super cool guy. Say hi to Adam. He doesn't watch this channel though. Now it says, it wasn't just Target rolling back prices. America's largest retailer, Walmart, told analysts on an earnings call last week that it had begun reducing prices of grocery items. John Furmer, Walmart's U.S. chief executive, said stores have already issued 7,000 rollbacks. Now, remember, a little while ago, too, Walmart was having rollbacks where you'd actually pull the sticker. It was going crazy on social media, where let's say it'd be like, $19.99 rollback price, and you'd pull it back and the normal price was $19.99. It was just a way to confuse the consumer, think that something's on sale, they'd go for it, but in all reality, they hadn't lowered the prices because we were in an inflation craze. This was pretty much when inflation was hitting around 9.5%. Walmart noted that high-income consumers were trading down to the retailer, which helped drive sales in its grocery business last quarter. Walmart's disclosure last week and Target's announcement this week of price reductions on everyday items with core cuts in food items, it's very important because that's what everybody needs, right? Food and energy. It says, and direct responses to consumer fatigue after 3 years of high inflation. A recent FT Michigan Ross poll showed persistent inflation has soured the mood of 71% of those that were surveyed. And maybe if the Biden administration's U.S. Treasury under Janet Yellen wasn't spending like it was in a depression, $1 trillion every 100 days. Can you say drunken sailor with me? That's what our government is. They're drunken sailors running around spending. But hey, it's not their money. And they don't pay a whole lot of taxes. They probably have a lot of offshore accounts. Just saying. John Fieldman, an analyst at Telsey Advisory Group, told FT that Target unleashed price cuts on popular items to keep pace with Walmart. Or, in our view, the administration unlikely nudged the retailers to drop prices or risk being attacked by greedification buzzwords. Oh, well, that's an interesting topic. Now, that's really good because you've seen this before where politicians come out and they go after those greedy corporations, right? Not blaming themselves and going, well, it's actually our failed policies and our insane money printing that's driving companies to raise their prices because we're actually the cause of inflation. But most consumers don't understand that. What they understand is they want to get the boogeyman. And so if a president can turn around and go, there's the boogeyman, let's go get him. That's actually pretty interesting. That is an interesting comment. If you could actually force or pressure a company to lower their prices because you may say something on the news, that's scary. Think about it. There is absolutely zero free markets anymore. Now, consumers are likely to vote with their empty wallets this election season. Research firm NIQ said the effects of inflation have led to consumers spending a third more on consumer packaged goods than they did in 2019. I don't think that we're going to see too much in the way of wholesale declining prices, Steve Zurich, Vice President of Pricing and Promotion through leadership at NIQ, said, adding that the outlook for prices was vastly different from 2 years ago. It's not going to be everything going up. Should consumers celebrate retail prices going lower? Let me ask you that. Should you be celebrating that? Put yes down below or no. I'm curious because possibly, but don't expect substantial relief anytime soon. Why? Because the companies that are producing this, the PPI, the Producer Price Index, just came out and it was up. See, companies' costs are rising. They have to press it off so much somewhere. They've already shrunk margins to compete with other companies. Now they're looking at, well, how do we lower costs? And that's laying people off. Unemployment, I'm telling you right now, the numbers are stealth. You're not seeing it because the government has rejiggered the numbers. They've swapped them around, like calling, hey, a part-time job is definitely a full-time job. If somebody has 2 part-time jobs, then we're going to count that as 2 jobs. In a year or two, especially after this election, a lot of truth is going to come out because the guard is changing. And I'm going to be honest with you, type 10 if you agree with that and you're excited about it. The guard's going to change. There are so many people that voted one way the last election that said, I didn't vote for this crap. And they're making a stand. And regardless if you think the votes counts or not, there's going to be some interesting scenarios playing out right after that election. Hope you got something out of this. The Economic Ninja. Oh man, that sucked. Is out.